Welcome to the December 21st meeting of the Oakland Mayor and Council. Before we begin, please look at your cell phones. Please put them on mute or turn them off. Kindly refrain from texting, and that includes everyone up at the dais and in the audience, because it could be construed as a violation of the Open Public Meetings Act. It's also very disruptive, very disturbing, and it's annoying. So please refrain from texting during the meeting. If you have to use your phone, just go outside and you'll get good reception, promise. At this time, I ask you to stand for salute to the flag and a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. Please be seated. Roll call.
Mayor Schwager.
Here.
Councilman Kamala.
Here.
Councilman McCann.
Here.
Councilman Pignatelli.
Here.
Councilman Saliani.
Here.
Councilman Sosinski.
Here.
Councilman Talamini.
We were told that Councilman Talamini had a work emergency, so is there a motion?
I excuse him.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
This meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Law duly announced, advertised, and posted in the municipal building. The meeting will adjourn at 10 p.m. unless a majority of the council members that are present vote to extend the time. And my report. Many, many thanks to the residents who volunteer. And I'm looking at all of you. Thank you, thank you. On Sunday afternoon, December 18th, which was this past Sunday, the members of Oakland Access for All Committee created a beautiful afternoon at the Danny D'Elia building in the rec field. The event included Santa meeting, greeting, taking pictures, and giving out goodie bag presents, and the fire truck with limited lights and sounds was there for anyone who wanted to climb up. The event was geared towards those with limited sensory and/or auditory needs, and those who prefer a quieter setting. The Mothers Club of Oakland and the Oakland Elks Club donated refreshments, and MAME from Public Events helped serve with volunteer students from Indian Hills High School Interact Club. And I can't thank the members of Access for All. I just can't thank you enough. It was a lovely afternoon. You brought people together, and now Interact is interested in working with you. The teacher in charge of Interact is very interested. And anyone who is interested in joining Interact high school students, anyone who's interested in joining Access for All, we'd love to have you. Just contact me. You just have to submit a citizen leadership form. And this is the time of year, start thinking about any clubs or commissions you'd like to participate in. This was Oakland's holiday home lighting showcase this year, and it brought joy to town with many homes decorated. And shortly I see Chopper this year. I guess you're going to announce the winners of this contest, and neighborhoods were judged by section: Dogwood, Heights, and Manatone. This past Friday, I had the honor to attend the Police Academy graduation, and it was at Felician University in Lodi. Congratulations to our newest police officer, Carly Grolick. I attended Officer Grolick's graduation this past Friday, and was very proud to sit with three of our police officers, Officers Tinio, Jensen, and Lieutenant Piercy. And before I start the meeting, I just want to say tonight is the fourth night of Hanukkah. And there are many, and you all heard what Hanukkah, and there are many versions of what Hanukkah is all about and what it's described. But one of the most important messages that I've always learned growing up was that people who work together for a common goal get things done. And what a beautiful world this would be if we just all worked together. And with that, I'll entertain a motion to open to the public.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Here is the podium if anybody wishes to speak. Oh. Name and address, please.
Hello, my name is George Lutfi, 7 Veneer Street, Oakland.
Justin Lee, 7 Veneer Street. Permission to approach?
Yes, sure.
As you know, I'm here
Thank
from
you.
Kusala Care, and we'll keep this brief. We'd just like to say our business is what the residents of Oakland want. We will generate revenue for the town. We're out of the way from where anyone can see, and we meet all the qualifications. The first page of the packet lists all of the check boxes that we've completed on the application. We're also what the residents want, and we also wanted to present a petition of Oakland residents and of New Jersey residents.
I think we should give that to the clerk.
I'm giving it
Yes.
to our borough clerk.
So we've gotten over 500 online signatures, mostly from people in New Jersey, and over 50 signatures from locals in Oakland, and we had about 5 days to do that. So we
Could
couldn't.
you get closer to the microphone, because I could barely hear you, and
We
it's up
got-
in the ceiling.
So we have over 500 signatures on this petition online from mostly New Jersey residents, and over 50 from Oakland residents who are in support of legal cannabis in New Jersey.
However, we're not here for acceptance. We're here for acknowledgement that we've met all the legal requirements as per Ron Mondello. He confirmed our compliance at the first meeting. We're also working with many professionals. One I'd like to name is Jason Thomas. He's the founder of Precision QC.
Oh,
He's also grew up in Oakland, and he's local, and we're going to be working with him closely on compliance, product safety, and labeling, and everything. If you have any questions for him tonight, please, he's here in our support. Your constituents already voted on it. 67% said yes. I implore you to fight your constituents' war and represent their wishes. Their wishes are for lower taxes and revenue from cannabis. As for the water issue, the water plan that we had submitted, we've arranged to purchase it from outside. We have attached a copy of the water plan and possible vendors that we are going to source from. We are also going to keep the recycling and condensate recycling plan in place as well. Finally, you may hear about our protests that we had over the weekend. We're proud of using our powers of assembly. I'm not sure if you've seen any videos, but I'm sure they've been limited. The footage we have shows the full picture, and we believe it is very embarrassing and incriminating. I find, that Mr. McCann is a Republican and is against peaceful protests supported by even our own police department, and against small businesses. We're friends of Oakland, we're residents of Oakland, and we're friends of those who act in Oakland's democratic interests, not their own personal agendas. Our position should not be confused. So,
Thank you.
thank you.
We appreciate your time, and over the last 4 months, we really appreciate it.
Thank you.
anyone else wish to speak? This is open for public comment.
Sure.
Microphone's in the ceiling?
The ceilings, the microphone is in the ceiling, so it's right above you.
So my name is Jason Thomas. I am the founder of Precision Quality Compliance. We are the first and only dedicated cannabis company for helping companies establish the right level of regulatory control, build the quality management systems into their operations to really safeguard public health and product quality, and maintain that state of inspection readiness for the state that we all know is going to happen, right? So I used to oversee Pfizer's regulatory operations. I left about 2019 to help this industry stand up their operations. I've been working with these gentlemen, reviewing their business plans and helping them infuse those product quality and safety standards into their operation, because it's critical. I'm a medical patient myself, and I left Pfizer because of all the issues that we've seen on the West Coast with some of the labs, and there's a lot to learn that we've taken from the West Coast and built it into operations here on the East Coast. So, I just wanted to thank you for your time, and I think these guys have a really good operation plan.
Thank you. And remember, this is public comment. Anybody else?
Yes.
So we don't debate, that's it's for the newer people.
Hi, my name is Gregory Lutfi. George is my son, and I am also an investor in this business. As you are aware, we issued a tort to the town, and you should all have a copy of it. The purpose of this was not to create confrontation with the town of Oakland. We have no issue with the town of Oakland. It was simply to place this council on notice that we will fight for what the residents of Oakland want if the council ignores their votes and does what one councilman thinks is right based on his personal views that are not in line with the democratic vote of his constituents. We are very eager to move forward with this business in Oakland, since Oakland opted in for a non-retail cannabis business and also passed one of the most thorough ordinances governing cannabis in the state, in my opinion. The fact that these two young gentlemen have been approved as qualified by the state of New Jersey, have already obtained a conditional license, secured a location, and have been paying rent for over 5 months for an empty warehouse, which happens to be in the perfect location according to the zoning. It's high up in an secluded area, a location craftily selected to essentially be non-existent in the town. The only thing the town will get from this is financial benefits, which relieves taxpayer of burdens. They have also satisfied all requirements for obtaining permission to operate in Oakland, and now the town refuses to vote and has continued to table this motion for almost 2 months. Casala Cast submitted this application at the beginning of September, I might add. We are not seeking for the town to decide if this business is qualified. The state has already done that. It is whether this council finds that this applicant has met the requirements of its laws, which you were told in a public forum by Mr. Mondello that it has. The agreement with the town has not yet been even negotiated. This vote is simply to finalize the license with the state. Now, this council, under the guise of tabling, is acting to force the time frame to expire for the applicant so they don't have to create liability. However, non-action is an affirmative action when the intention is obvious. The people of this town and New Jersey approved cannabis in Oakland by 67%. You, being their elected officials, must represent your constituents and not act on your own or on your personal behalf. If this is the case, then this is not a democracy, and frankly, beyond local politics. Real money is at stake, and it won't get brushed away. Instead of making the voters money, you will have to explain why you cost them money because John McCann doesn't like marijuana. 67% of people want this, and it will lower their taxes. John McCann doesn't, and he is not your constituent. We want to work with you. We have been saying this all along. If you refuse to vote on this with a positive outcome or continue to table this, we will be forced to sue the town and reclaim damages and expenses incurred, which now total over $100,000 to date. I implore you, please do the right thing. Abide by the law and ordinance that you already passed. The ordinance has all of the protections for the town to be able to monitor and ensure compliance. If we are forced to move forward with a lawsuit, the town and certain individuals will be in the middle of a negative publicity that this will bring statewide. A position that I don't believe you want to be in. Again, I say to you, please, do the right thing, embrace capitalism. I look forward to the positive outcome from tonight's meeting. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Anyone else? He's saving the announcement till last.
Oh,
The holiday. Even though we know you have to give your name and address, I'm sorry.
Step Mother, 101 Walnut Street. I was wondering if,
You have to speak louder.
I'm sorry. My neck hurts. I was wondering, how many people live in Oakland? More than, I mean, to get 50 votes, it's really nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? I would think they would be knocking on doors to get more people to, you know,
Is
either
that a
say
question?
yes or no, you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
So
Or is that a statement?
it's a statement. We have a lot of people, and, you know, it brings in a lot of outsiders into our nice town. So, also, John, Mr. Boswell.
Oh, you're talking about, that John. The Kimmick John.
Yeah, did you talk to, the contractor about my driveway by any chance?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
We're working on a solution
Okay,
as quickly as possible.
okay,
We're debating what would last to divert the water, and I will get back to you, what's today, Thursday, Wednesday.
okay. Next-
I'll get back to you
next week-
sometime
next week.
tomorrow,
Okay, oh, all right,
okay?
all right. That's it.
Thank you.
Feel better.
Thank you for Sunday.
Oh, it was fun, it was a lot of fun.
Do we have a drum roll? Is this a drum roll?
Yeah, Chopper Russo, 58 Minnehaha. So this was our 4th year of holiday lights. This year we only had 32 contestants. In years past we've had 50. I guess some people didn't want to compete. I just wanted to run off that since we're doing it, the first year in 2019, the first place townwide champion was 35 Princeton Terrace. 2020 was 8 Hatfield, and 2021 was 54 Saratoga. 54 Saratoga, though he was in the competition, didn't want any prizes, but he didn't know our bylaws, you can't repeat, so, you know, he did a good job. So, there's 3 zones, like the mayor was saying, based on the schools, Manitou Heights and Dogwood. There's a first place and a second place for each zone, and then there's an overall town winner. So in Manitou, first place went to 60 Manitou, and second place went to 25 Glen Gray. So 60 Manitou will be getting a $100 gift certificate, and a $50 gift card will go to 25 Glen Gray. In Heights, which was probably the most heavily contested area, the first place recipient was 32 Lehigh Way, followed by always a constant contender, 35 Princeton Terrace. I would have to note that both 60 Manitou and 32 Lehigh added music to their presentation, and the judges like it. They like the music. Finally, in Dogwood, first place went to 64 Walnut and 47 West Sheffield. The best in town was a young man that really went over the top. He had a fire going, he had music going. He probably had some of the most lights per square foot in town. And the first place $500 prize is gonna go to 49 Manitou. So I wanna thank everyone that participated. You know, access.
Everybody's going to be driving by these houses tonight.
Yeah. Well, like 60 Manitou, you hook it up to your radio, and it lights go with the music. It's really cool. I wanted to thank everyone that participated in the Christmas tree and menorah lighting, especially to Rabbi Kaplan and Pastor Courtney, and especially to all the members of Oakland Public Events, but especially like Mame and Dan, Leah. They took it to another level with this year, on encouragement and maybe threats of the mayor. They did a parade of lights. John Mamone, that you all know from 114 Chickasaw, Mr. Christmas, is it 114 or 116? 116, well, you can't miss it with the lights. He is going to be helping out with that next year, and we
Oh, wow.
appreciate all his support. It's actually was John's crew was some of the ones that helped with the Christmas tree light selection. So, you know, Oakland Public Events, we have a good time. We're trying to make it better, trying to make all the events that we do better. Tell you now, for the carnival, Access for All on Saturday, we'll have 2 hours. Because we're going to have over 200 people for that. All right?
What's that?
Got a call. All right. Kudos, good job on the new calendar.
How'd you get it? It's not out yet. Wait a minute. I was was told to make an announcement, it's coming out next week, it's gonna be mailed.
You got a handsome guy with a dog there. Anyway,
Michael's the
so,
best.
Michael did a great job.
Tricked me.
Yes, Michael's the best.
So, being these guys are here and I know them, my dear friend has one of the first marijuana licenses in the state of New Jersey. And I can tell you from experience, the amount of income that is driven by it is tremendous. You know, you as a council voted and selected certain areas, and there are only certain areas that are available. And these gentlemen were fortunate enough to get in the spot where it's at. And as was stated, it's an extremely obscure place. And I don't even care to tell the address because nobody needs to know. But it was all by the guidance of the council, following the contingencies of Oakland, that they voted 67% in favor. These guys have checked off all the boxes. Listen, I don't drink and I don't run in front of Rusty's place and say don't go drink. I don't smoke pot, but I'm not gonna run in front of their place and say don't smoke pot. To each their own, you know. I know that we're not doing retail, which I think was a great idea, and your restrictions that the council decided to make, they've abided by. I myself flew out to California, because a lot of guys from Jersey have their own pot operations out there, and they're well run, you know. And Jersey is stricter than most states when it comes to this. So it's not the nickel bag guy in the corner we all grew up with. This is a whole different world. I mean, if, you know, we don't have the retail. I mean, if you go down Route 17, you see what's going on in Rochelle Park, and bada bing, you know, that's a lot of traffic. This is not a traffic-orientated situation, okay? And we have very stringent and strict guidelines, and the area that it's available to is very limited. You know, this is definitely a plus for us financially. If somebody wants to do it at their house and their own private business, is up to them, you know. But these guys have done the work. The gentleman did not embellish when he says they have 100,000 into it. I know personally that they do. So they're following all the rules, you know. A lot of things I don't like that other people do, but it's their right to do, you know. And they're not doing anything wrong. They're just following the law. So anyway, happy holidays. Next event is the Easter egg hunt.
Oh, Easter egg.
Yes. And let me just check the new calendar.
See if it's on the calendar.
All right. The brain is shot. It's not what it used to be. So the next event will be, April Fool's Day.
Oh, it's
April 1st.
interesting.
All right? Rain or shine, Easter
So no one
Bunny
will
dinner.
forget, it's on April Fool's Day, the Easter egg hunt.
Right. And use your calendar because the dates for the carnival have changed.
Oh,
It's the Wednesday through Saturday after Father's Day.
okay.
Okay? I don't know what they are. It's in the calendar. All right? Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wish to speak? If not, motion to close.
Motion to close. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So at this time, there is a resolution 22-290. It's a resolution in support of application for a Class 1 cannabis cultivation license in the Borough of Oakland. It's been tabled. It has not been removed from the table. So before we could do anything, I would need a motion to remove from the table. Is there a motion to remove from the table? Since there's no motion to remove from the table, it still remains tabled.
I'll come out.
You know, if he cares about this town, he might stick around for the rest of it.
Excuse me, don't. All right, at this point, approval of the minutes, December 7th, 2022. Is there a
moved.
motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? No discussion, roll call.
Council members Kamala,
Abstain, Mr. President.
McCann,
Yes.
Pignatelli.
Yes.
Saliani.
Yes.
Kuzinski.
Yes.
That's it?
Yes.
The December 7th, 2022 executive session, there are minutes from that meeting. If there's going to be any discussion, it must be done during an executive session. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved. Second?
Will there be any discussion? If not, roll call.
Councilmembers Kamala,
Abstain, wasn't present.
McCann,
Yes.
Pignatelli.
Yes.
Saliani.
Yes.
Kuzinski.
Yes.
We have resolutions. We'll do this as a consent agenda. If you wish any pulled out, just let me know. The first one is, and all these resolutions were discussed ahead of time, and they're aware of, that's why it's done as a consent agenda. Should I wait for the resolutions?
Sure.
Okay. Make note for the minutes that Councilman Talamini just walked in,
That's 7:27.
according to that clock. Did you take care of the emergency? That's all we want to know.
I did.
Good, that's good.
Can fans open up tomorrow?
Yes, they can.
Ready?
Sure.
Oh, while we're waiting, I forgot to make this a very important announcement that I received a phone call this morning from the superintendent of schools on the local level, that the Board of Education, the local board, not the regional, the local Board of Education of Oakland last night voted to change the school board elections from the spring to November. So the elections will be held when there are municipal elections, the regional will be then, and also the local. And there were many factors, and I think one of them was, the biggest one was that it cost $38,000 to have that, that was just on the school side. $38,000 for that election. And was less than 1% came out to vote. So that was difficult. Anyway, so did I give you enough time to get settled?
Yes.
Good, okay. So consent agenda. Resolution 22317 is to authorize shared services agreement with Bergen County Utilities Authority for television inspection of sanitary and stormwater systems, and it will be done by the Northwest Bergen Utilities Authority. 22318 is to authorize shared services agreement with Bergen County. So it's not really Bergen County, it's the Northwest Bergen County Utilities Authority for sanitary sewer cleaning. 22319 is authorized New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection amended Green Acres Project Agreement. Oakland previously obtained a grant of $3,525,000 from the state to fund the following projects, and that is the open space and recreation plan, and the borough intends to increase the Green Acre funding by $500,000. 22320 is authorized transfer between budget appropriations, and the state permits the transfer of such funds during the last 2 months of the fiscal year. In the current fund, $60,000 will be transferred, and in the water fund, $28,000 will be transferred. 22321 is authorized a grant submittal to Bergen County Community Development Block Grant CDBG FY 2021-2022, unprogrammed funds grant program for senior center refurbishment. And it is for the Oakland Senior Center. And the project is in the best interest of the Borough of Oakland. And the resolution does not obligate the financial resources of the municipality and is intended solely to expedite expenditures of the aforesaid community development funds. 22322 is a authorized grant submittal to the Bergen County Development Block Grant CDBG FY 2021, that's fiscal year 2022, for unprogrammed funds grant program for Birch and Grandview Avenues Drainage Improvement Project at an amount of $52,000. 22323 is to authorize agreement modification with New Jersey Department of Transportation for Safe Routes to School Design funding. And the NJDOT wishes to modify the agreement and authorize additional funding in the amount of $43,000, $43,914.80 for the final design stage of Safe Routes to Schools grant project. And for the additional funding in the amount of said amount for a total agreement of $114,116.78. 22-324 is to authorize auction of borough surplus vehicles. And they do this regularly. And it is a 2000 C grade truck, mileage $13,668, and a 2001 Ford F-250 with a mileage of 107,796. And if you're interested in this auction, it goes online. 22-325 is amend professional services agreement with Boswell Engineering for water and sewer engineer. And the original contract was not to exceed $25,000. However, there is a need to amend the contract by an additional $10,000, and our CFO has certified that the funds are available. 22-326, authorize renewal of shared services agreement with Bergen County for health services. And we entered into a one-year public health shared services agreement, and said agreement is due to expire December 31st, 2022. And so this will allow us to renew the agreement for an additional year, and our CFO has certified that the funds are available. It's for a 4-year period to expire December 31st, 2026. I amend what I just previously said. And resolution 22-327 is authorized refund of recreation fees in the amount of $357. CFO has verified said amount. It's due to the Stasiak family, block 5203, lot 31. Why is, but it's talking about why is that the way it is? I'll talk to you. Pull out 22-327. 22-328 is the amend professional services agreement with Boswell Engineering for Chapel Hill services for the treatment plant. The original amount was not to exceed $13,500, and they're asking for an additional $381.40. It's the contracts for professional services. No public bidding is required, and our CFO has certified that the funds are available. 22-329 is authorized lien on 55 Seminole Avenue. When there's problems and property maintenance is required, nothing is done. The borough is compelled to provide labor and expend significant costs by our town employees. And with a report dated November 30th, 2022, a lien will be for the set amount of $1,456.80. And 22-330, authorized amendment to settlement agreement with Fair Share Housing Center. The borough desires to add Landmark Oakland 24 LLC as a party to the settlement agreement. After due negotiations, an amendment to the settlement agreement was prepared, and it's all in the packet. Do anyone wish to pull out any others? I pulled out 22-327.
Mayor, 22-330 needs to be carried, so we have an ordinance to be attached to that settlement agreement.
Okay, everybody pull out 22-330.
And 329 also.
329 is the lien at 55 Seminole. Okay, any others? Other than 330, other than 22-327, 22-329, and 22-330, any others? Motion to approve.
So moved. Second?
Roll call.
Council members Kamala?
Yes.
McCann? Pignatelli?
Yes.
Saliani?
Yes.
Kuzinski?
Yes.
Palomino?
Yes.
Why was it important to put the block and lot for a recreation fee refund?
We always put that to verify the address, just to make sure it's the right person.
Oh, okay, all right, so it had nothing to do with the taxes, that's
No,
why I
no.
was worried
Yeah.
that it had something to do with the taxes. All right, I apologize to everybody, just wanted a clarification on 22-327, is there a motion to approve the refund?
So moved.
Second?
Roll call.
Council members Kamala?
Yes.
McCann?
Yes.
Pignatelli?
Yes.
Saliani?
Yes.
Kuzinski?
Yes.
Palomino?
Yes.
Okay, resolutions 1 to 329, Councilman?
I just have a question. So we put the liens on these properties. Is this typically a bank-owned property, or is it?
No.
Yeah, if we're in there cleaning up, it's vacant. Sometimes bank-owned, sometimes not, but they're vacant properties.
And then, do they ever pay ahead of time, or is it always just paid in the sale of the home?
We do send out bills. There probably have been occasions where people pay before it goes to lien. But I'd say the bulk of them probably wind up going to a lien sale.
And but they are notified, right? I mean, it's not like this lien just shows up.
Well, there's a letter
When
in the, from last year.
Correct.
the
After the
homeowner.
notice, they're given notice with the notice of violation. Typically, this is cases where they're not responding and they're not sending it up on their own. Before the lien is placed on the property, the tax collector's office does send them a letter stating that these charges are due and owing, giving them an opportunity to pay. And if that doesn't happen, then eventually it can get put on resolution.
Okay, that was it. Thank you.
Okay. There a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second?
Roll call.
Council members Kamala?
Yes.
McCann?
Yes.
Pignatelli?
Yes.
Saliani?
Yes.
Kuzinski?
Yes.
Palomino?
Yes.
Okay, the next one is, will we carry 22-330, authorize amendments to the settlement agreement with Fair Share Housing?
That's just hold for, till it's new, until we get the ordinance bill.
Okay, so that's 330, pull it out. Got it. Ordinances, final adoption of an ordinance amending and supplementing Chapter 13, Section 10 of the Borough Code entitled Fee Schedule and Section 13 entitled Charges and Fees. This is an ordinance that was introduced, and now it is time for final adoption. So is there a motion to open to the public?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
It's open, anybody wish to speak on this? Well, therefore,
Motion to close? Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Is there a motion to adopt?
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Council members Kamala?
Yes.
McCann?
Yes.
Pignatelli?
Yes.
Saliani?
Yes.
Kuzinski?
Yes.
Palomino?
Yes.
Was it changed on 13-10.2 minimum charge? The original was, you had the wrong year.
The version you signed is correct.
Okay, good, okay. I had asked to pull the work session item, Historic Preservation Commission and Committee Analysis, due to some meetings we're going to be having going forward. Is there anybody who wishes to discuss it at this time?
Nope.
I thought it was just prudent to
Sure.
wait.
I agree.
Okay, good, thank you. New business, anybody have new business? Old business? No business? Okay, Councilman, you're on. Councilman John McCann for council report.
Oh, sure, thank you, Mayor. I want to congratulate the Access for All Committee for what I reported to me, a great event on Sunday. Unfortunately, I couldn't be doing my duties for the town during that time period, as my neighborhood was under protest by the Casal Care members. I suggest, given the fact that there's a threat of a lawsuit, I would advise a client of mine, the less that's said, the better. But I will comment this way. No one has ever questioned their right to protest. I've never questioned their right to protest. I acknowledge their right to protest. What I questioned that day was their judgment, given the fact that the neighborhood is very small. There's only 4 homes in the neighborhood. And of the 4 homes, two of the homes have small children that are essentially in elementary school. And the nature of the protest was fairly, well, I won't comment on the nature of the protest, except for the participation in the things that they were doing was being witnessed by small children. And and I went out there and expressed my concern as it related for my neighbors, these kids. I thought then, and I still think now, that although they have a right to protest, the question is the judgment that they displayed in a neighborhood where there were small children witnessing the things they were doing in the protest. Just one funny note that I thought was interesting was that one of the principals of Casales Care's car had broken down and needed a jump in order to leave the area. And whatever businesses they run or don't run or whatever experience they have or don't have, I'm glad they were prepared that someone there had a jumper table for him. I thought that was interesting. But the suggestion that I'm not for the First Amendment when I'm a First Amendment attorney is phosphorus and misleading. As it relates to the OCC, I have no report, and Mr. Kamal will speak to the police, the public safety. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Councilman.
Thank you, Mayor. So I'd just like to once again congratulate Carly Goldrich for graduation on Friday. I was also there with the mayor and members of the police department, and it was a really nice ceremony. And they also, had awards for, Chiefs Awards to, heroic actions that police officers within Bergen County. They were recognized. There was probably about a half dozen of them. It's really interesting to see the work that these people do and the fact that they are indeed recognized. So once again, congratulations, Carly. For recreation, we have had a meeting this week. Just be on the lookout in November for early sign-ups for baseball, softball, and volleyball. And I just want to thank the entire committee of the Rec Commission. You guys are doing a great job. I want to wish them a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Green Team also, we did not have a meeting this month with the Green Team or the Arts Committee, but we just want to commend both committees for the hard work that they're doing, and also wish them Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas for all the hard work that they've done all year. And it really is, it's appreciated by the borough, the residents, and really they make an impact on this community. The only thing I have left from the chief is, Chief has a note here. For the month of November, officers conducted 295 motor vehicle stops, issued 433 motor vehicle summonses. Officer made 3 arrests for DUI driving under the influence. And also he wants to remind everybody that now it's getting colder out. Owners are responsible for shoveling their sidewalks 24 hours after snowfall. And if anybody wants any information, it's Borough Code 12-5.1 for more details. And that's all I have.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Thank you. Councilman?
Thank you, Mayor. For the senior citizens, I'm sure everyone has heard the outbreak of flu in our area. Every meeting I encourage senior citizens especially to get their flu shot. Over 9,000 people have died already from flu, and we're just a month into it. There has been some years where deaths exceeded 30,000. So if you ask someone who's had the flu, someone just recently said to me they had the flu, every joint in their body ached, and I had it for a week. I couldn't get out of bed. And you realize there are other viruses out there too, COVID and RSV. So don't fool around with this. I mean, get the flu shot. It's really a little pinch, if anything, and maybe your arm will hurt for a day or two, but I can't emphasize more to people, please get your flu shot, because if you don't, you could be very, very sick. Also, the senior citizens are having a New Year's Eve party on 12/29. However, their ball is going to drop at 12 noon, not at 12 midnight. So if anyone would like to go, seniors, it's a $15 cost. There'll be a buffet, favors and music, etc., etc. They do throw a wild party, let me tell you. So if you're a senior citizen, you like to go, it's $15. Last night I met with the Board of Health. Their monthly report, all schools meet vaccination standards for New Jersey.
Correct.
Also, the Board of Health endorsed the County Health Services contract, which was on our agenda for this evening. We just had the meeting last night, so they forwarded a letter to Mr. Coons today endorsing that. I have to just let people know, I'm going to talk about First Amendment rights. I received the most foul, profane, sexually implicit email from a resident. And of course, they stand behind their First Amendment right. I was more embarrassed, and I even said to the mayor, I hope the mayor didn't get it. It was profane, and it's an email that people on the council got also. There's no reason. I mean, you want to criticize us for actions we take? Okay, that's one thing. But to send a profane, filthy, pornographic email is disgusting. Thank God my wife wasn't in the room or any children. It was terrible. But that's uncalled for. But on a good note, Merry Christmas to everyone. I want to thank our staff at Borough Hall. This year was a very productive year. You know, they're the ones that they turn the wheel. You know, they really helped the council a lot. My hat off to the volunteers, recreation, phenomenal. The coaches put in so much time, and the Recreation Commission members also. Thank you to our great fire department. Thank you for all your service, our first aid squad, and police department. And let me tell you, I've been on the first aid squad for 7 years now, and they are the first ones to every scene. They're already there when we get there, and I get there pretty fast. But they're there. They're so compassionate. Thank you to the police, fire, first aid. I really appreciate all you do, and our borough employees, DPW, borough staff, and all the other ones. They're the ones that really turn the wheel and make things happen in town. So thank you to everybody. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. That's it.
Well,
Mayor.
since you're talking about our wonderful employees, we have to congratulate Michael.
Yes.
He's now officially licensed borough clerk. And you're very welcome. No, it's our pleasure.
Yes.
And he gave me something to read. He was always taking care of us. I was just going to say 2 sentences, and he wrote this whole thing out for me. Please be advised that the road work along Ramapo Valley Road in Mawa will continue for one more day, tomorrow, which will still necessitate a hard road closure on both sides of the work zone at the old Carmel Retreat property located at 1071 Ramapo Valley Road. Originally, I did the 911 reverse call last night, but we're changing our 911 system. You didn't get it till this morning at 8 o'clock.
I didn't get it. Yeah,
You didn't get it this morning?
When I picked it up, it stopped.
Uh-oh,
I
Michael.
rang again, I picked it up, it stopped.
We're having trouble with Swift
Yeah,
Reach.
I didn't get it. Yeah.
So, the closure that is affecting Oakland will be at the intersection at Ramapo Valley Road and Glengray Road between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. The closure on the Mawa side is set for Darlington Avenue. Detour information and signage will be posted. Please plan alternate routes accordingly and expect some delays as you travel through this area. Thank you very much for your continued patience during this project. That is the most important word that is in this, patience. Thank you. Councilman, tell me.
Yes, Chopper was here, so public events, he covered pretty well, from what I understand.
I forgot to mention public events too.
And,
And Maine.
and then, oh, man.
Danny.
The public, well, all right, public events, what can you say? They just, they go above and beyond with everything. It's really a great group of people, and like I always say, we could always use some more help, and now even teaming up with the Access for All, that's working out really well. And but just thank you to the Public Events Committee for everything they've done this year and in years past and going forward. But just to reiterate what Councilman Pignatelli said, just thank you to the borough employees, the police, the DPW, the fire, the ambulance corps, the volunteers. Really, this town's a great town because of everyone in it, and we get a lot of stuff done. and it's you know, many hands make light work, and just thank you, and Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman.
Thank you. Water and sewer updates for tonight. Decommissioning of the 3 sanitary sewer treatment plants. The completion date for the project continues to be August 24th, 2023. All construction work is scheduled to be suspended for the holidays from December 24th through January 8th. The contractor continues to install the gravity sewer on Monhegan Avenue, Lakeside Boulevard, and Ramapo Hills Boulevard. Construction progress has been slow due to the fragile water main in close proximity to the work. The work on these 3 streets will be continuing over the next 2 months, weather permitting. For the PFAS treatment, PFAS compounds treatment at the 3 water production wells, Boswell has submitted a flood hazard applicability determination to the NJDEP, which is required before the project can be advertised for construction bids. A determination from the NJDEP is expected within 3 weeks. For my library updates, just a quick update tonight. The library continues to add to their list of digital services. Starting in January, the library will offer Mango Languages. This is an online language learning platform with access to over 70 languages. This service is available for free to anyone with a library card and can be accessed by anyone using a library PC. Just a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy
Thank you.
Hanukkah. Thank you.
Councilman,
So I have
last
to-
but not least.
I have to say, can I move my seat for next year? Because I'm the last every night. I feel, everyone says everything I want to say by the time it gets to me.
We'd like to have you finish.
Well, I tried to make it short and sweet. So real quick, I do want to thank all the borough employees and especially DPW. I don't want to repeat what every other council member said, but we have a great team. I also want to include in that Rich and Dave. Rich does a great job as a borough administrator, and Dave does a great job as our CFO. So I think we don't take advantage of. The residents don't realize what they do to keep this town running. I also special Chopper's announcement, 49 Manitou. Congratulations to the winners there. I know the effort that gentleman or that young gentleman put into there. He starts planning his decorations, I believe, on January 1st after Christmas for the following year. So congratulations to the winning tree lighting contest. And I just want to wish all the residents a happy holiday season. Look forward to fun next year.
Thank you. I'm driving by those houses tonight.
Yes.
I have to see them. With that, a motion to open to the public.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone wish to speak? I thought I heard a door close.
Yes, the magic door in the back. Ryan Schwertfeger, 130 Hiawatha Boulevard. Just want to let everyone know we do have holiday programming available on Oakland TV in case anyone would like to watch. We have the Yule Log. Everyone loves the Yule Log. 2:30 in the morning in case you can't fall asleep. Put that on. And also at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we have Christmas jazz music at 7 in the morning and 9:30 p.m. The Christmas tree and the menorah lighting ceremony that we had earlier in the month. It's at 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. And a very special, our matinee movie, Miracle on 34th Street, the version from 1955.
Best.
That was the one that was apparently approved that we could air. Apparently that's the one I got a copyright, so we're allowed to use that one. 4:30 p.m. every day. So if you're interested, tune in. It's channel 2145 if you have Verizon, 77 on Altice, both of which are now in HD, which is extremely wonderful
Is
to
that
hear.
movie in black and white?
The movie is in black and white.
Those are the best movies, because you really have to watch the characters, you don't watch the scenery.
Absolutely, and it doesn't then, well, now it's in HD, but then before, if you didn't have HD, then it didn't really matter if the picture quality wasn't as good. You could get away with it a little bit, but now it's like, oh. But I do want to say thanks to the council for their support of Communications Commission. We've been pretty active of late, so we've been doing a lot of different things. Of course, I want to thank all of our volunteers. We have the commission, we have all the different committees. There's a lot of different projects going on, so I know we've been talking to Rich and to Councilman McCann and a bunch of other people on the council as well, but all the different things that we're working on, and we expect that to continue next year, so we look forward to working with you guys on so many different other projects that are coming up. And Same, I guess, as everyone else has said, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy New Year. We'll see you in the new
Thank you.
year. Thank you.
Thank you, and to you. Anybody else? Motion to close.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Bills to be paid.
Bills to be paid, $1,385,772.50. So moved.
Second.
As long as you read the bills list, you can vote. Roll call.
Council members Kamala?
Yes.
McCann?
Abstain.
Pignatelli?
Yes.
Saliani?
Yes.
Swazinski?
Yes.
Palomino?
Yes.
So before we close, just a very happy holiday to everybody, no matter what holiday you're celebrating, and most importantly, wishing everybody a healthy new year, because that's what it's all about. If you have your health, you have everything. And just remember what I said earlier, if we all work together, what a great world is. Isn't there a song like that? What a wonderful world it would be, right? There's that a song. Let's all work together for a very good year. Happy, healthy new year. And with that, a motion to close.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And the next meeting is January 4th, 2023, at which time the oath of office will be taken. Good night, everybody. Good holiday. I'm going to Manitou to see those houses.
Tuesday.